Hello student. Science second chapter life process in living organism part 1. In that next topic is energy production in microorganisms through anaerobic respiration. In last lecture I explained you the energy production in the organism which do the aerobic respiration. Now, energy production in the microorganism through anaerobic respiration. Some microorganism cannot live in presence of oxygen, such as bacteria. Many bacteria they cannot live in presence of oxygen. Such living organisms perform anaerobic respiration, means they produce energy in absence of oxygen, without presence of oxygen. In this there are for energy production there are two process, glycolysis and fermentation. There are two step in anaerobic respiration. In aerobic me you have studies there are three step, glycolysis, TCA cycle and electron transfer chain reaction. But in anaerobic respiration energy produced in the two step. In anaerobic respiration obtained in two steps, glycolysis and fermentation. In this glycolysis of glucose takes place, in which glucose gets oxidized. But in anaerobic respiration glucose oxidized incompletely. There is incomplete of oxidation of glucose takes place. Therefore, least amount of energy is obtained in this type of respiration. When there is incomplete in glycolysis process, there is incomplete oxidation of glucose. That's why the pyruvic acid produced through the glycolysis is converted into the organic acids such as lactic acid and other organic acid and or alcohol with the help of some enzymes. This process is called as the fermentation. So there are two processes in anaerobic respiration, glycolysis and fermentation. What happened in the glycolysis? In glycolysis, oxidation of glucose takes place and pyruvic acid is formed. But glucose is incompletely oxidized. Therefore, in this process, the pyruvic acid which is formed in the process of glycolysis, it gets converted into the some acids or alcohol, some organic acid or alcohol with the help of some enzymes. This process is called as the fermentation. You can see in the chart glucose undergoes glycolysis. Glycolysis changes into the pyruvic acid. After fermentation takes place. It takes place some different products such as vinegar, vitamins. It takes place in various microbes. Another process is glucose changes into the pyruvic acid. Then fermentation takes place and alcohol is formed. If this process is done in the organism, that is called as the yeast. In others, there are other process in other organisms. Glycolysis takes place, then pyruvic acid is formed. After pyruvic fermentation form, due to the fermentation, lactic acid is formed. This respiration takes place in erythrocyte and some muscle cells. To mean there are first in these organism, first step is same, glycolysis. In glycolysis, pyruvic acid is formed. But after glycolysis, fermentation, in fermentation, there are different product is formed in different microbes or different organisms. In first step, glycolysis, oxidation of glucose takes place and pyruvic acid is formed. This pyruvic acid is undergo fermentation. In some microorganism, after fermentation, some organic acids such as lactic acid form. In some organism, alcohol is formed like that. Some higher plant and animals and some anaerobic microorganisms do the anaerobic respiration instead of aerobic respiration if there is depletion of oxygen level in the surrounding. If there is a less level of oxygen in the surroundings, then some higher plant and some animals do the aerobic respiration in place of anaerobic respiration. For example, seeds perform anaerobic respiration if it's submerged in the soil, because in soil there is a less amount of oxygen. Then therefore seed perform anaerobic respiration if soil is submerged under the water during the germination. Similarly, our muscle cells perform anaerobic respiration while performing the exercise. Due to this, less amount of energy is produced in our body and lactic acid accumulate, due to which we feel tired. While exercise, why we'll feel tired? Because while we doing the exercise, our muscle do the anaerobic respiration and less amount of energy is produced and lactic acid is accumulated in our body. That is why we feel tired. Now, next is the energy from different food components. As you know that carbohydrate is more source of energy formation in our body. If excess of carbohydrates in our body, that store in the liver and muscles in the form of glycogens. As you know that there are some other nutrients we get from food in our body, that is protein, fats. We also get some amount of energy from that. So what is the source now? After carbohydrates, there is another nutrients, proteins. Proteins is the micromolecules which is formed by bonding together the molecules of amino acid. Small molecules of amino acid, when bond to each other, they form the big molecule that is called as the protein. Therefore, this is called as the protein, are the micromolecules which formed by bonding together many amino acids. Protein which are animal origin, means protein which are produced by the animal, which we get from the animals, that is called as the first class protein. We get 4 kilocalorie energy from the per gram of proteins. When we eat food, so we get proteins in our body. These proteins are digested in our body, and after digestion, these proteins converted into the amino acids. Those amino acids are absorbed in the body and transported to the all organ and cell via blood. From these amino acids, each organ and cell produce various type of protein which is necessary for themselves. What I tell you, when we take foods, we get protein from our food. That protein is get digested in our body and converted into the amino acid. That amino acid absorbed in the blood and is transported to the each organ and cell in our body. From these amino acids, each organ and cell produce various type of protein which is necessary for themselves, and they produce and which is necessary for themselves and which is necessary for whole body. There are some examples in your book is given. There are amino acid amino acid when it reaches to skin, then skin cells produces the protein which is called as the melanin and keratin. Melanin and keratin protein is produced by the skin. When amino acid reaches to the bones, according to their requirement, bone produce the protein that is called as the osin. When amino acid reaches in the cells, the cells produce various type of protein for cell membrane for various enzymes. When amino acid reaches to pancreas, pancreas produces the special type of protein that is called as the insulin trypsin. When amino acid reaches to pituitary glands, they produce various type of hormones. When amino acid reaches to the muscle cell, so there is the muscles produces the special protein that is called as the actin and myosin, which are flexible protein. When amino acid reaches in the blood also produce special protein for themselves such as hemoglobin and antibodies, like that. And whatever excess as amino acid is obtained in our body from the proteins, that is not stored in our body. As you told that carbohydrate which are excess in our body, it it converted into the glycogen and stored in liver and muscle. But excess protein, excess amino acid which is produced from the protein is not stored in our body. Excess amount of amino acid gets break down and ammonia is formed, and this ammonia is eliminated out of the body. If any necessary, if excess proteins are converted into the useful substance like glucose through the process of glycogenesis. If body required glucose and there is no glucose in your body, then our body use excess protein to convert it into the glucose by the process of glycogenesis. Plants produce necessary amino acid from the minerals they know, and thereby they produce different type of protein. An enzyme rubisco present in the plant chloroplast, means it is present in the chloroplast of the plant, which is called as the rubisco, is the most abundant protein found in the nature. Now next nutrients is the fats or lipid. Lipid is a molecule which is formed by the fatty acids and alcohol. The substance formed by the specific chemical bonding between the fatty acid and alcohol, that is called as the lipids. When we take food such as oil, ghee and other, from that we get lipids. That lipids is digested in our body and it converted into the fatty acid and alcohol. That fatty acids are absorbed up by the blood and distributed in all part of the body, all cells and organs. From these fatty acids, different cell produce various substances which is necessary for them. For example, molecules called phospholipids, which are essential for producing the plasma membrane, are formed from the fatty acids. Cells में there is a plasma membrane. So to produce, we required phospholipids. To produce for plasma membrane, for producing the plasma membrane, uh, phospholipid is formed from the fatty acids. Fatty acid is also used for producing the hormones like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, aldosterone, etc. Fatty acids is also used by body to make covering around the actions of nerve cells. and we get 9 kilocalorie energy per gram of lipids in our body. Excess of lipids are stored in our body in the adipose connective tissue. And we also get some vitamins from the our nutrition. Vitamins are the group of heterogeneous compound which is essential for the proper operation of various processes in our body. There are six main type of vitamins which require our body, that is vitamin A, B, C, D, K. Out of these, A, D, E, K are fat soluble vitamins and B, C are the water soluble vitamins. See, vitamins are different types. Some vitamins are soluble in fat, some vitamins are soluble in water. There are six vitamins A, B, C, D, E, K. Out of that, A, D, E, K are soluble in fats, whereas vitamin B, C are soluble in water. So vitamins are also required for our accurate functioning of our body. You have seen in the process of glycolysis, two molecules are formed, FADH2 and NADH2, which are required for the formation of energy. These FADH2 NADH2 are obtained from some vitamin. Vitamin like riboflavin, vitamin B2, that is also called as the vitamin B2, and nicotinamide vitamin, that is vitamin B5. These two vitamins B2 and B5 are necessary for the production of NADH2 and FADH2. If in your body there is no these two vitamins, then FADH2 and NADH2 will not form in the process of glycolysis and Krebs cycle. And our body also required water. There is about 65 to 70% of water in our body. 65 to 70% of water is present in our body. Each cell each cell which are present in our body, every cell contains 70% water by weight. Blood plasma, which are the blood cell, blood tissue, blood plasma contains 90% of water. Therefore, for the functioning of cells, therefore for the functioning of whole body, water is required. If there is a little loss of water from the body, then our body cannot do the functions. Hence, water is essential nutrient. Along with above nutrients, whatever you have learned, carbohydrates, protein, lipids, vitamins, water, our body also require fibers. Fiber is also essential nutrient for our body. We cannot digest the fiber, but these fiber help our body in the process of digestion. Also, it help in the digestion of undigested food from the body. Therefore, fiber is also essential nutrients for our body, because fiber useful for the digestion of various substances in body, and fiber is also useful for digestion of undigested substance from the body. And we obtain fiber from leafy vegetables, fruits and cereals, etc. Next topic is the cell division, an essential life process. Cell division is one of the important property of the cell and living organisms. Due to the cell division, organism can grow. Due to cell division, emaciated organ of the body can be restored. Emaciated मतलब जो इंजर्ड हो गया, जो खराब हो गया, emaciated part of emaciated body can be restored by the cell division. Cell division is also important for the reproduction. When new organism is formed from the existing one, when new organism is formed from the existing one, that time cell division is necessary. So cell division is very important process of our body for the living organisms, not our only our body, animal's body. All the living organisms, cell division is very important process. Due to this, new organism will form from the existing one. Multicellular organism grow up, and emaciated body can be restored. There are two type of cell division: mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is occurs in the somatic cells and stem cells. Somatic cells means the cells which uh, frame your body structure, जिससे आपका बॉडी का स्ट्रक्चर बनता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द सोमेटिक सेल एंड स्टेम सेल्स. And meiosis occurs in the germ cell. Germ cells are the cell which do the reproduction. So meiosis occurs in the germ cell and mitosis occurs in the somatic cell. You have studied the structure of cell in 8, 9, 10. There is a nucleus in each cell, and there are many other organelles are present in the cells. So we will study the cell division in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.